Are you ready for some high school football with John Huddleston and Gary Harris? Covering all your local high school football highlights and scores. And now, Football Friday on WVUA. Brought to you by McDonald's.
And welcome in to WVUA's Football Friday, presented by McDonald's. John Huddleston will join me in just a bit for our Alabama and SEC preview. Now, tonight marked the start of the second half of the high school football season. Already, teams are jockeying for spots in the postseason playoffs. And we have some huge games from Birmingham later on as Northridge, Hillcrest, and Tuscaloosa County all played tonight in or near the Birmingham area. Now, that coverage is coming later on, but first, Sipsey Valley High School looking again tonight for the first win in the history of the program. And they felt like they had an opportunity to get it against winless Northside. Let's go out to Sipsey Valley. They play their games at the old Tuscaloosa County High School. And this was a homecoming night for Sipsey Valley. They wanted to celebrate it with a victory. And they got off to a good start. Already up 7-0. Late first quarter. Quarterback Garrett Lewis on the keeper. Nice read by the QB, and he scampers for 44 yards. Now, same drive, but second quarter. LaQuinton McKinstry, touchdown. You'll notice the ball pops out, but he'd already crossed the goal line. PAT, or actually try for two, no good, 13-0. Second quarter, 13-0, when the Bears defense comes up big. Big hit. The Rams put it on the ground, and Keontae Taylor is Johnny on the spot. The linebacker scoops it up and takes it the distance for the touchdown. That made it 20-0. Sipsey Valley, though, would not run away and hide. Craziest play we've seen all year. Northside punting from their own end zone. Zarian Grant, high snap, nearly gets tackled for a safety. And watch what Grant does. This is probably the play of the year. He brings it back 100-plus yards for the touchdown, folks. Talk about going from disaster to an incredible play. This made it 20-6. It would get close, but as we go to the final score, Sipsey Valley makes history. The Bears win for the first time ever. Of course, remember, this is only the second year of the program, but they take it 30-18 over the Northside Rams. Congratulations to Coach Ford and all the folks out there at Sipsey Valley. All right, speaking of not having won in a while, the Central Falcons haven't won in a couple of years. Homecoming there at Falcon Field as well. Hosting Brookwood. Central looking for its first victory in 24 games. And this was a game that went right down to the wire. Halftime. Falcons trailing by 1. Scoreless third quarter. But with just 40 seconds on the clock, Central quarterback Vincent Davis gets it into the end zone. And that's it. The Falcons celebrate. Let's watch a little bit of this. They really were pumped up. Have not won in a while. As the final seconds tick off, the Falcons fans and players going to join in on the celebration as they get the victory. Here they come. Let's go to the final. 18-13, Central wins. So Sipsey Valley wins for the first time ever. Central wins for the first time in 24 games. Well, what a night. I'll tell you what, American Christian's been winning a lot. Hosting Thorsby tonight. And this one would be decided early. Thorsby lost the coin toss, and they lost about everything else. Early in the first quarter, John Major Davis, now I say we promote him to Colonel. How about this run? 20-yard touchdown scamper, and that just opened the floodgates for the Patriots. Still in the first quarter, Aaron Box. This is the third touchdown of the game, made it 21-0. Still in the first quarter, it's John Major Davis again. Watch him just run, shove defenders out of the way, and spin his way for 51 yards all the way to the end zone. Patriots on top 42-0 in the first quarter. They go on to win it. Caught off the Dogs a little bit, 59-7, the final score. Well, coming up on Football Friday, the Hillcrest Patriots were looking to improve to a perfect 6-0 tonight on the road at Birmingham Carver. Likewise, Northridge looking to stay unbeaten as well. The Jags traveled to Gardendale, but first, the Tuscaloosa Academy Knights are having an incredible season under first-year head coach Robert Johnson. Last night, TA knocked off top-ranked Bessemer Academy. Highlights are up next when Football Friday, presented by McDonald's, continues here on WVUA TV. Welcome back to Football Friday. The Tuscaloosa Academy Knights, under first-year head coach Robert Johnson, came into last night's game with an undefeated 5-0 record, but the opposition was also unbeaten and ranked first in the state in AISA. Powerful Bessemer Academy. Let's take you back to Thursday night. The Knights came out fired up. I tell you, this is a football team on a mission. First quarter action, TA marching downfield. Clay Thomas gets it down to just 4th and short. An illegal procedure penalty, though. TA had to kick the field goal, and they get it. They go up 3-0. But from then on, Bessemer Academy kind of took charge in the first half. Jonathan Plott just throws it up for grabs here. It's picked off by C.C. Davis at the Knights 26. 4th and 10, the Rebels go for it, and Devin Johnson finds Ashton Witt, and he weaves his way into the end zone. Extra point, no good. Rebels up 6-3. After a TA punt, Bessemer driving again, where Johnson connects this time with Wesley Sanders. And watch the missed tackles. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know John Copeland don't like that. You got to wrap up, guys. That was a 36-yard touchdown right behind before half, made it 12-3. TA looked like they were in trouble, but they've got resiliency. And as we go to the final score, you'll see what I'm talking about. They outscore Bessemer 13-0 in the second half. They knock off the #1 team in the state. They're 6-0, 16-12, the final score. All right, back to tonight's action. Let's go down to Sumter County. Sumter Central, a good football team, hosting a equally good team, Bibb County. And this was a great game. Second quarter, 14-6 Bibb County. Roderick Harris, though, finds Leotis Washington, and that's a touchdown. The Jags get the 2-point conversion. We're tied at 14 later in the same quarter. The Choctaws get a huge gain on 3rd and 5. C.J. Cutts doing what C.J. Cutts does. 2 plays later, Bibb County, though, going to put it on the ground. Sumter Central recovers as it pops up in the air. Eventually they get on it. This one goes down to the wire. Let's check out the final. Bibb County, though, survives and gets the tough road win tonight over Sumter Central, 26-20, the final. All right, Holy Spirit Catholic hosting Shades Mountain Christian tonight. Senior night for Holy Spirit. It was 34-7 at halftime, Shades Mountain, but in the third quarter, the Titans proved they don't have any quit in them. Garrett Anderson, the quarterback, on the keeper. That's good for a first down. So Anderson uses his legs. He also can use his arm. Here he completes the pass for another first down. The Titans are driving, and eventually Anderson calls his own number again and keeps for the touchdown. That made it 34-13. Final score tonight. The Titans lose 41-19. This is a team having a tough year, but they have not given up. You have to admire that fighting spirit. All right, Aliceville traveling to Gordo. Always an intense rivalry game. Quarterback Lance Moss of Gordo warming up his arm, but then handing off to Jamarcus Martin. He shows off his legs, moving the pile. This winds up being a 20-yard gain for a first down. Later in the drive, 4th down from the 11. And then Moss shows you why he was warming up that arm. To Kanan Sullivan, who's going to make a would-be tackler miss. But the ball goes right into Chavis McGee's arms, 14-0 Gordo. Later in the third quarter, Moss to Sullivan, 51 yards, dial up 6. Gordo leads 21-0, and they go on to beat the Yellow Jackets by the final score of 27-6. All right, Pickens County tonight, powerful Pickens County in Class 1A hosting Ottagaville, and the Tornadoes were not in a playing around mood tonight. Devontae Simon finds DeMarco Hall, and you know, when you got DeMarco Hall, well, you find him because he's really, really good. He takes that short little pass and just blows past the defense. He's got reservations for 6. All right, he caught the little short pass. Let's go to Hall again. This time, we're going to hand it off to him on a little misdirection play. And look at this guy. You talk about some exceptional athletic ability. Right past our camera. Again, he's got reservations for 6. Pickens County goes on to win it big tonight, 54-14, the final score. Well, we've got to take a timeout, but don't you touch that dial. Still much, much more to come on Football Friday, presented by McDonald's. John Huddleston will join me for our Alabama-Florida preview, but straight ahead, the Northridge Jaguars put their perfect record on the line tonight at Gardendale. Highlights are coming up when we return to Football Friday. Did the Jags stay perfect? We'll find out next. We're back on Football Friday. Northridge putting their unblemished record on the line at Gardendale. That was defensive back coach Matthew Carden. First quarter action, Antonio Easterwood rumbles 20 yards down to the Rockets' 30-yard line. Our Todd Hoyer making the trip over to Gardendale tonight. 3 plays later, Demetrius Bass just breaks past the goal line, gets it across from 5 yards out. Extra point, no good, 6-0 Northridge. This is not a one-man team. Bo Scarborough is really good for the Jags, but they got a lot of players. After a Gardendale punt, the Jags stay on the ground as it's Easterwood. Again, 15 yards, down to the Rockets, 15. Then quarterback Brooks Burns finds Scarborough. He can run it and he can catch it. Watch him go down on the ground and get it. Diving catch at the 6. And the next play, Scarborough, the sophomore, finishes it off. 13-0 at that point. Northridge moves to 6-0. They take it over the Rockets of Gardendale, 42-28. Hillcrest, likewise trying to go to 6-0. Likewise playing over in the Birmingham area at Birmingham Carver. Patriots coach Adam Weingarten. What a job he's done in his second season. Second quarter action, Patriots up 23-0 and looking for more. Jartavius Sanders. I mean, this young man has got some moves. He's not big, but he is quick. 10 yards, and Hillcrest is cruising up by 30. Carver's ensuing possession. Hillcrest, Chris Leslie sacks Dedrick Rutledge, causing the fumble, and Derek Simmons recovers at the Rams' 7-yard line. First play following the turnover. It's Sanders again, scoring his 3rd touchdown of the half, making it 37-0. Hillcrest not done. Luke Wingo, the quarterback, looking for Braden Williams on the screen. Well, not really a screen, just a little out pattern there. And Williams does the rest, 61 yards down to the 10. That led to a field goal, 40-0 at the half. Hillcrest calls off the Dogs, but still doubles up Carver tonight, 40-20. Hillcrest 6-0, Northridge 6-0, setting up for a showdown. All right, Tuscaloosa County High in Class 6A Region 5 action at Bessemer City. Early in the first quarter, Bessemer City's Marcus Key handing off to Mentor, and he pops out of there. That's a touchdown for the home team. But late in the first quarter, Tuscaloosa County comes back. Tyler Gates, the quarterback, looking for Jay Gay, and he takes it downfield for a gain of 20. A couple of plays later, Colburn is going to punch it in for the score. Ted Colburn, power back. Let's go to the final. County High, big road win tonight as they're trying to turn their season around. That's a nice start, 27-7, the final. West Blockton hosting Holt. We're going to pick this one up early in the third quarter. John Hood of Holt gets the handoff, and Hood runs right out of the neighborhood, out of the city, out of the state. That is a great, long touchdown run for John Hood. And Holt was just getting going good. At least Hood was. Devontae Jenkins to Hood. He's out to practice early on that one, behind the defense for the touchdown. And John Hood has already scored on a run, a reception. How about the hat trick? You know what's coming. The good old-fashioned punt return. Some amazing athletic ability on display tonight here in West Alabama. Gets the sideline. Hey, West Blockton, you can't give up the sideline. That's a touchdown. Let's go to the final. Holt got all those touchdowns, but I tell you what, it wasn't enough. West Blockton, 46-27. We saw the John Hood show, but they needed more than Hood. The Tigers of West Blockton get the victory tonight. Big win for them. Well, coming up next, our Football Friday Band of the Week. And before we get to our other information, let me tell you this. We need a score for Pickens Academy tonight, and we need a score for Patrician Academy. If you've got either one of those scores, 205-348-7000. Also coming up tonight, our complete Football Friday West Alabama scoreboard. So you don't want to touch that dial. We got more Friday Night Lights on the way. Northside High School doing a great job as our band of the week. Other scores tonight. Big game down in Demopolis. Demopolis gets a huge win over Bryant, 42-20. Greensboro wins at home tonight over Hale County. Berry routs South Lamar. Fayette County 30, Good Hope 14. Elsewhere, Greene County a winner on the road at Dallas County 54-28. Lynn over Hubbardville 42-13. Nothing in from Maplesville at John Essex. Tuscaloosa Christian wins on the road at New Life Christian 36-zip. It was Evangel Christian over Pickens Academy 35-21. Still don't have anything in on Marengo Academy and Patrician Academy. If we get that one in, we'll pass it along. Same with the John Essex score if you want to give us a call at 348-7000. Winfield defeats Whiston County tonight 35-20. Vincent over Francis Marion 43-zip. Raglan knocks off Akron 54-21. Linden wins at McIntosh 42-zip. And back on Thursday night, Lamar County over Sulligit 6-3. All right, folks, week 6 of the high school football season is in the books.